My name is Gerry. I'm an illustrator and I write stories for children. And this is my new book, Finn's First Song, A Whaley Big Adventure, published by the O'Brien Press. Thank you so much to Meath County Council Libraries for inviting me to talk to you about my new book. So, Finn is a baby humpback whale and he is travelling all the way to Ireland on a very long journey with his mum. Now on their journey they can hear his dad who sings magical whale songs. One day Finn gets lost. Will all the sea creatures and new friends that Finn makes, will they help him to send a message of his own? That's the story in the book. So what we're going to do is read a few pages from the book and then I'm going to show you how to draw Finn step by step. Okay, Finn's First Song, A Whaley Big Adventure. Okay, far away on the glistening ocean, an amazing journey began. Finn was swimming all the way to the Irish coast with his mum. Will Dad be there? Asked Finn. Oh yes, said Mum, and lots of tasty food too. Finn loved to hear his dad's magical songs rumble and roll across the huge ocean. Squeeeak, thwop thwop, whoop whoop whoop, dwoooooerrrp, dwoooooerrrp. Dad could make far away feel very near. On their journey, Finn loved to jump into the air, to splash the biggest splash, to blow up to the sky, and to hide. Well, sort of. He's a bit big. Each night beneath the whoosh of the waves, Finn drifted off to sleep, listening to Dad's distant song. My mum and Dad are the biggest in the world, he whispered. But sometimes there were much bigger things. Beep, rumble, chug, 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 bam, boom, boom. Finn hid under Mum's flipper as she tried to guide him away. The ships were so loud. Finn was afraid. He looked all around. But he couldn't see Mum anywhere. He was all alone. Oh, I do not like this, he thought. Then Finn saw some other sea creatures. Maybe they could help. Hello, everyone. I am lost, said Finn. I can't find my mum or hear my dad. What should I do? Can you send a message? Asked a clever octopus as she wriggled her curly tentacles. I don't know how, Finn sniffed. Watch us, she said. We all have different ways. I can squirt ink to send a message, said the octopus. So he shook and he shook, but no matter how much, Finn just could not squirt ink. Next, an electric ray said, I can make electricity. Finn wibbled and wobbled, but it would not work. Instead, he made a surprise little sound. Squeak! I think we'll leave it there. I'll just quickly show you something at the end of the book. Did you know? Lots of humpback whale facts. And also, we can see a map of the journey from coast of Africa all the way up to Ireland that the whales make every year. Now, I told you we're going to draw Finn, so let's go and do a step-by-step drawing of Finn. Okay, now let's draw Finn together, step by step. So if you'd like to pause the video and get a piece of paper and any colouring pencils or markers that you'd like to use, we'll get going. Okay, so I like to use my black colouring pencil. You can use any colour that you like, marker or crayon even. And we're going to do Finn's tail over here and then his body will be going across the page that way. So let's start with a nice curvy line for Finn's tail. One side of his tail there. Okay, and then we'll do the other side over here. We're going to leave a little gap so his tail can join up with his body. Put in the other curve over there. Now we'll just do the rest of the tail at the top. Wee teeny little curve like that, and then curving back down into the middle. So we go back up, curve over the other way, and then again a teeny little curve at the top. So we have our tail. So a humpback whale's tail is actually called a fluke. Next will be his body. So we'll do the bottom half of his body first. Now we're going to do a line going down this way. Keep going to about there. Now I know a humpback whale is much bigger than this, but we're leaving a gap. So maybe you can guess why there's a gap. So we'll start our line again here and go round, round, round up to about there. We'll get back to that gap. Next we'll do the top of Finn's body. Back to the tail and go over that way and go about this far. We're stopping there so we can put in Finn's fin on his back, which is just a short line going up, and then at an angle we're going to go back down again. So that's Finn's fin. Now it's not like a shark's fin, which is much bigger, like a triangle. Humpback whales have a smallish fin for such a huge animal. Now we'll go around to the front of his face here, curving around, round, 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 and then join up with that first line. Okay. Now we'll put in Finn's eye so he can see where he is. So it's just a circle, round and round and round, about that big, and he is looking at something right in front of him. I wonder what it could be. Next we can give Finn his mouth. So a nice, look at this, a wavy curvy shape for his mouth, like that. He's smiling. Next we'll put in these two curves over his eye to give a bit more expression, like that. Now these are not eyebrows. Humpback whales do not have eyebrows, but they do have very, very wrinkly skin, and they have lumps on the front and the tops of their heads. Put in a few of these curves as well. Now, any guesses why that gap is there? Let's just take a look at the cover and see Finn again. And here we can see he's got flippers, one there and one here. So it's for his flippers. Well, one flipper on this side. Anyway, and we can start off with a little, in the middle of his body, put in a small dot there. And then we're going to go back to that line. So go over that way, a bit of an angle. And now we're going to come down from there to finish his flipper. Stop about that far. Right, and then to go back towards his body with a wavy line, we will finish Finn's flipper. Okay, now his other flipper is on the other side and we can't see all of it, so we can just show a little, the tip of the flipper, just there. Okay, now what is Finn looking at? Let me see. I think, just to keep it easy, we'll put in, what's this? A little fish. A little fish who maybe would like to play with Finn. I don't think he's afraid of Finn, who is way, way bigger. It's a curious fish. Yes, he's smiling. He's not afraid of Finn. Okay, and they will be underwater. We show some of the seagrass in the sea. There is Finn and a little fish. And if you'd like to share your drawing, you can ask a grown-up to add on a hashtag, Finn's first song. So well done everyone for drawing Finn. Brilliant. So I hope you enjoyed that. Well done for doing a drawing. Finn's first song, A Whaley Big Adventure, is published by the O'Brien Press, and thank you again to Meath County Libraries for inviting me to read some of the story. Bye!